Hello everyone and welcome to Snacktorio. This is an upcoming factory cooking simulator game made by T-Engineers, the same people who made Apico, the B game. Anyway, Snacktorio is kind of like Factorio, as you can probably guess from the name, and also kind of like Automa Chef, the puzzle game where you have to design and set up a kitchen made with automated machines. I had the opportunity to play Snacktorio early. The demo of this is coming out on the 29th. The full game is said to be released by the end of 2023. I have already played this game a bit just to get used to it. As you can see, I've got 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and start a new world just so you can kind of see the beginning. Since the world first formed, the beasts roamed the earth, spawned from an endless void, cursed with ceaseless hunger. Over time, their numbers grew, as did their incessant appetites. They could not be appeased and threatened to consume all life. When all hope was lost, Alukanit answered their prayers. They laid the table of the First Supper and brokered a deal. With the help of the engineers, great machines were constructed, giant machinations to produce enough to keep the beasts satisfied. Over time, the knowledge was taught, improved, and optimized. The mantle of maintaining the unlimited buffet was passed on. This is just after the tutorial. I'm going to let you guys sit through that yourself. This is for starting world, at least for the demo. I don't know if the actual game is going to be slightly different. It's more of a tutorial stuff. So, for example, you can see there are some structures already existing to the right here to make something. I'm going to have a look up here, see what I can find. These little boxes, like the one I just broke down on the left there, these things contain imps. I admittedly thought these things were frogs, but no, they're imps. These little imps are what you need to collect to make machines, which you will see more of very shortly. For now, I'm going to talk to this guy. Oh, he's hungry. He needs soup. Okay, and we have our first recipe, sanguine soup. Now I'm going to have another look at those pre-existing machines because I'm pretty sure I can use them to make soup. And let's see, we have a mixer here. Okay, we have a tomato farm here. And also a bay leaf farm. So if you have a look over here, this little box here, this blueprint, is what you need to use the imps for. You can see there's a little icon for the imps usage. If you click here, you can make a harvester, if I can find it. Harvester. As you can see, it uses 1 imp, and we have gone down from 32 to 33. And this will start to collect this bay leaf, but it's, as you can see by this little icon here, it doesn't have any power. There is a wire running over here. Connect these wires up. I'm also going to I'm also going to turn the music down. Oh my gosh. You can see the bay leaf will come up here, follow the pipe through, and tomato will also follow the pipe through into this blender. And I should probably check the recipe. Okay, this is the guide. It's very similar to Apico. These guides are always with you and you can check them at any point. It tells you about the tomatoes and the bay leaves you can harvest and the spices. And the void ingredients, I'm not going to get to those quite yet. They're going to be much later in the video, but stick around to see what the void ingredients are. And of course, liquids. We do have a recipe guide in here for sanguine soup. We need to prepare the tomato sauce by blending the tomatoes and bay leaves. And this is a pre-existing structure to make the sanguine soup. We got the bay leaf and the tomatoes heading to the blender here. Recipe is set to tomato sauce, so we just need the tomatoes and the bay leaf. Now you can add that manually by breaking this stuff, but that would defeat the point of having a nice little setup, so we're not going to be doing that. Okay, and then we use for Chef-O-Matic, which is used to assemble the final ingredients and assemble the tomato soup with the nutmeg with some extra bay leaves. Easy enough. And this is for Jamie Oliver, infamous in many goblin circles for attempting to remove harpy nuggets from the Kalinex's cafeteria. A sin not quickly forgiven. Yeah, this game is full of puns. You're going to see a lot more of them. Okay, you can see this wire coming up here, and you can see it also coming through the ground here. So there's probably something below here there are some more bay leaves, and there's also some more imps. This is one of those void things, void ingredients I was talking about before. This will kill you if you stand on it, so I'm not going to be doing that quite yet. I'm just going to keep following this wire down. The imps are a little buggy. They do get left behind a lot. I'm going to leave a few of them in cages because towards the bit of a demo where I'm at, I'm kind of running out of the imps and there's no real way of collecting them, so I'm going to leave a few in cages just in case. Now this is nutmeg. If we put a miner here, we can lead a pipe up, connect this wire. It has no power at the moment, but this, once we start powering it, will begin to collect nutmeg. And we're going to run this pipe all the way up back to the top. You can't actually run that through the... Okay. So we're not going to be doing that. Okay, so we're going to bring the pipe over this way by the wire, and we're going to take it up. Okay, we're going to take it up there, and we can't run the pipe through the ground, so we're going to fix that real quick. We're going to put one of these little platforms here, because the pipe will run through platforms. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Stop. Oh, there we go. Now, we do want to keep running it straight up because that's the most efficient. So I'm gonna just keep following this pipe up and I'll be with you in just a moment. Okay, so that is the pipe run up to the top. This will provide us nutmeg. However, at the moment... Oh, I keep doing that. At the moment, we don't actually have any power coming to our machines. But there is a lot of coal right here, along with another void thing, but again, I'm not going to do anything with that at the moment. And as you can see, I've only got one little imp left. Oh, there they are. There we go. Okay, 22. I did have 40. So I have lost my little imps. There's a few of them. There's another one. Yes, it's very easy to lose these little imps. But I have 40. That will do. So I'm going to put a miner down here. We also need to make a furnace. We're going to connect the furnace to the miner, and then we're going to connect them via cable. However, we do need to introduce some power to this, so I'm going to quickly manually mine some coal. That should do. Left click and put some coal in. And that, as you can see, has turned the cable yellow, and the miner has started working and putting coal through here. This is now generating 4 FVPS. I'm not quite sure what FV is. Food voltages, maybe? I don't know. It's probably something technical that I should know, but I don't. Anyway, this will now start generating power, so we're going to connect this nifty little cable here, and we're going to bring it all the way over here. Now this is a little bit buggy that I've noticed, so it might not work the first try, but it should eventually turn the rest of it yellow. Oh, there we go. Okay, the wire is still red, but we have nutmeg coming up from the top, so obviously this is getting power somehow. maybe the red doesn't signify that it's got power, I don't know. But nutmeg is coming up. So we are moving on to the next step in the process. And that is to fix this so it's not quite so dangerous, making the tomato sauce. But as you can see, there's nothing coming through the pipes. That's because these little pipes are set incorrectly. You can see how this is blue. If you right click on the pipe above it, it removes that, and then right click again, it turns it red. And this is an output. This is an input. As you can see, it's an I, and this is an output, signified with an O. These need to be set to outputs, so it can actually start collecting things. So now we have bay leaf and tomato coming down the pipe. And these will come into the input of the blender, and the recipe is already set. You can click on this and change the recipe. This will automatically put in the tomatoes and the bay leaf when it gets here. And you can also see this is charging the battery as well. Okay, let's wait for the bay leaf. There we go, and then it will start making the tomato soup. There we go. And it will keep it in the tank for the moment, because it's not actually going anywhere yet. Let's recheck the recipe guide. Prepare the tomato soup. We have its sauce. We have done the soupy sauce, and now we just need to mix the tomato sauce with some nutmeg and some extra bay leaf. Now, I'm not quite happy about... You can see the little imps hitching a ride in the pipes. They are pretty mischievous. I don't know if there's a way to break the pipe to get them out, but he's just along for the ride. Now, I'm not happy about taking the extra bay leaf from here, just because I don't think it would be sustainable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to die, first of all. I'm going to put a little platform here, just so I don't do that again. Now, there are some bay leaves here that I can take. So let's put down a harvester and another harvester. And we're going to take... These are liquid pipes, which we're not going to be using at the moment. These clear pipes are what you need. We're going to do this. We're going to put this here for now. Then we're going to use the wrench, and we're going to left click on this, and that will take it that way. We're going to change these to outputs. And then we're going to left click here to put an arrow there, and we're going to connect this like that. And then all we're going to do is we're going to run the pipes through here like that, and that is getting power using 1 FVPS. And that should start harvesting bay leaves. Yes, there we go. Now, I don't quite understand how the power works in this game yet, but as you can see, we have too much things going on that's now stressing out the furnace because this is no longer getting power. So I only have the one furnace running at the moment, so I'm going to quickly optimize this. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put a new thing here. This is a sorter. I'm not sure if this is the most efficient way, it's just the best way I found of doing this. Okay, now this sorter thing, we want to send it up, and we want to send it to the left, and we want to send it down. So this will split things evenly 3 ways, as you can see. And that is a lot more efficient way than using these things in a 3-way split like this. Nice, this should work. Hopefully. I've added 5 other furnaces for a total of 24 FVPs. The machines at this point only take 1 FVPs, and so this should be more than enough to power everything we need. Going back to my bay leaf stuff, we should have bay leaves coming through here. We have imps, but that's not quite what we want. Where is the bay leaf going? Why is it being turned into nutmeg? It could just be because the pipe is full. Let's put down the chef-o-matic. It connects the pipe. And that is powered as well, so... Okay, so we're getting tomato sauce in. Now, we do actually need to set the recipe to the sanguine soup, and we of course need to set the input as well. Okay, so now we have an input of nutmeg and bay leaf, and that's making the sanguine soup. Now we do actually need to get it up to him though. So we're going to take a regular pipe. I was a little bit thrown off by this because I expected soup to be a liquid, but that's fine. I have learnt the error of my ways. I'm going to take this up here, and we're going to connect it as efficiently as I can manage to the pre-existing structure we already have here. Watch the food being delivered, and it just kind of chucks it in his face, and he likes that. He's pretty happy. He just wants more of it. Okay, that should be it. Okay. And now we have to maintain this for 5 minutes, which is pretty... Oh my gosh. Which is pretty easy, so long as all your machines are working at optimal performance, which they should be, because I've spent quite a bit working on the furnaces. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. As you can see, Jamie Oliver would like a word with us. He either has complaints or whatever the opposites of complaint is. Okay, that was delicious. Good. Do keep it coming. Take this star, you've earned it. And he gives us a weird little card. This is a Witchelin star. Awarded to Rowan Mark II for outstanding cuisine. Shamey. I told my friend about your wonderful food. They're expecting great things, so no pressure. You can find them down the canyon behind me. Good luck. Okay. So he is quite happy. As you can see, it's 12 out of 10 portions, and it's gonna keep feeding him, and he's gonna be pretty happy for ages. The bay leaf and the tomato plants seem to go on forever, and so does the coal sources. I'm not sure if that changes in the actual game. But for now, it is an infinite source. This is, I think this is iron. Yes. I did not find a use for that in my playthrough of the demo. But maybe it comes in for something. Okay, so as you can see, we are at the bottom of the canyon. There is a boiling hot pit of oil underneath us. But if you come to the right here, there is another dude, and this is Gordon Ramsay. So hungry, I must consume pasta. Who wants pasta? So he gives us a recipe for pen arachniata. So we're going to accept this. So he gives us 2 other recipes too. He gives us monster lasagna and poppet, the slime. Let's just stick to the pen pasta at the moment. We grind up the bones into bone flour and then mix with the spider eggs to form pasta dough. Okay, then we make tomato sauce, which we have already done. However, I would like to set up a second source of tomato sauce, just because the first source is already in use, basically, and I kind of like keeping things as efficient as possible, and this is quite a long way to drag past the source, so we're going to be setting up a little farm area for the tomatoes and the bay leaves, and I will show you how to do that as well. Using a pasta maker with the pasta dough to form raw pen, and then boil it with water to get cooked pen. And then use Chef-O-Matic to put together the cooked pen, tomato sauce, and bay leaves into the pen arachniata. Okay, so let's get started. First off, we need to find a source of bones and spider eggs. Now this... let's just get rid of these. Let's just check out what Gordon Ramsay has to say. He is actually a lesser beast, which is a good sign that there are a lot of other beasts in this. Feared by many a goblin, and rightfully so, for Gordon's sharp tongue and damning criticism brings even the most experienced chef to tears. Try not to overcook the food, or undercook it. On second thoughts, perhaps best just not to cook at all. Yep, that's how I feel when I experience Gordon Ramsay. And I've never even met the bloke. Don't actually know anyone who has met him. I'm sure he's a lovely guy, really. Somewhere deep down. Anyway, spider eggs and bone meal. You get that from these little things, and that will kill you, so... There you go. Point made. I told you it would kill me earlier, and I tried it out just for you guys. I'm gonna get slightly more careful with this. Right, can I reach it from here? Okay, I can reach it from here. Now this, at the moment, is currently unstable. As you can see, you have to reconfigure the cores. And we're going to set that to make bones. These little blocks are bad, nasty things, so we have to set up the cores to avoid the nasty bone things. To do that, we're going to be doing this. And that achieves stability. And then it will start making the bones. There we go. Okay, this will start making bones. All we have to do, because these things are powered on their own hatred or something, all we have to do is bring them up over here. And as you can see, the bones are here. So we're gonna not do that. We're gonna bring it over here. Now, okay, we need to combine that with spider eggs. Unfortunately, this thing will only make bones or spider eggs. So we need to find another one of these things. So this bit is a little tricky because there's only so much space to work with down here. So we're going to get rid of this because that's not where it should be. We're going to look for one of these other void things. Here we are. And as you can see, this is where our other furnace area is. I am tempted quite a bit to do this. Nope. If I do that, I kind of compress it just a little bit. And then get you guys over here. There we go. Look at that. And then bring this over here. Do exactly the same we have over here. Hold on. Let me make this symmetrical because we will need a power source. Look at that. That is not very efficient at all. I don't know if I can put things here. I don't think that will work because it will keep going to this one and I don't want that. And then replace this one with a sorter. And then wait for the coal to come in, and we want that to go left, right, and up. Perfect. Yeah, this looks efficient. Don't at me in the comments. I know this isn't this isn't the best way of doing this, but that is all my experience tells me to do. Okay, so this pipe is actually yellow at the moment, so obviously we're getting enough power. Right, and now we are going to fix this thing. Just like the skull. This is going to be a little mini game. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these little void things to avoid. Should be pretty easy. I don't think I need you. There we go. Nice, and that's... We do not want slime. We do not want slime. Stop. Stop. Stop making slime. We accidentally have slime. Okay, well that makes spider eggs. Cool, and we're going to link that up to here. Now, we need to turn this into pasta. By connecting it with the skeletons. I'm going to do that. That was probably a mistake. Hold on. And then we're going to look back at the recipe. Okay, form. Grind the skulls into that. Okay, we need to grind the skulls first. This is fine. We can grind skulls. We're going to... Do we actually need the nutmeg? Not in this one. I'm going to make a grinder. A grinder. Where is the grinder? Pump, oven, boiler, grinder. I'm going to set that to inputs. Going to change... Okay, we do not need to change the recipe for this one. We're going to get the power supply. Oops. Get the power supply, and that uses 1 FV, I think. I'm gonna run the cable up here just to be efficient. Oh, there we go. Nice. And that should power in the grinder. We should there we go, bone meal. And with the bone meal, I'm gonna mix that with the spider eggs. With the mixer. The spider eggs. Where's the mixer? Set this to inputs. Nice. Make pasta dough. Nice. We do not want skulls in there though. There we go. Takes a bit of finagling. As you can see, these spider eggs were in the top one, and that isn't going to work. So make sure the spider eggs are at the bottom. Okay, and that makes pasta dough. Now with the pasta dough, we need to boil it with water. Now the water is tricky. Tricky because the water source is, I believe, over here. Okay, now the water is tricky because the only water source we have is over here. So we do need to set up a little water collection thing. But before that, we can turn this into pasta first. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I didn't want to do that. No, I actually did want to do that. Sorry. I'm 2 steps ahead of myself. We're going to make pasta maker. Nice. Gonna set that to input. We're going to turn this into pen. Nice, and that's making pen pasta. Now we just need to boil it. Just gonna output there. Boiler. Now this, annoyingly, does not let you change the thing. Yep. And boiler. Nice. And then change that. The input. Okay, there we go. Got there eventually. And bring this down like so. Okay, and then we need to get some water to get cooked pen. We're going to take our fluid pipes and we're going to get some water. So we're going to bring this all the way up here. Oh, no. Just all the way up here and then across. And then we're going to put here a little pump. Then we're going to power it. Nice. That should be... The furnaces we have should be enough to power this. I think the only machines we have going at the moment... Whoops! Okay, well, I'm dead. Okay, this is full of water now, which is nice. And we're going to be very careful here. I do want my stuff back, though. What we need to do with this... with the cooked pen, we need to combine it with the tomato sauce and more bay leaves to get the pen arachniata. Okay, so that is the cooked pen coming in. Now we need the bay leaves and the tomatoes. Now we do have tomato sauce being made. However, it is being used for the other order, so I'm actually going to go around collecting these bay leaves. There is a little cave to the left here. And I know you think I'm crazy, but you'll see what I mean in a moment. We're going to take some dirt, except I have just lost the dirt because I died. Nice. And now how do I get back up? Here we go. I did not get my dirt. Where's my dirt? Wait, it's down there. Did I get my dirt? I got my dirt. Nice. Nobody saw that. Okay, well, slight problem. Jamie Oliver is no longer getting his sanguine soup. I think it's because we died. Probably put his appetite off. Let's see why... It's still making the soup. It might have just been a little blip because everything is working fine. Yes, okay. And he is now getting his sanguine soup again, so maybe he was just complaining. Maybe me dying did put him off his appetite. Oh my gosh, I've done it again. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make a little scaffold platform here. There we go. Okay, now, do I have my dirt? I have my dirt, okay. Now that I have my dirt, finally, we're going to plant some bay leaves. We're going to go up and get some tomato seeds as well, and I'm going to show you how to do that. If we go up here to our tomato processing unit, you watch it carefully. You see it pops up with both the tomatoes and the seeds. and you can collect the seeds from it, and with these we can go down and set up our little tomato harvesting place. Yep, we're just going to set up a harvester above each of these, and we're going to take this, take 2 of these into a pipe. Oh, I didn't need to do anything with that one. Okay, so that will send it up here, and with that we're going to put, what do I need here? A blender. Blender. But these need to be turned to outputs. And this bay leaf will be sent up for the extra bay leaf that we need. And we're gonna pipe this like that. We can actually lay them over each other, so let's do that. Let's set up the pipe first. We're gonna hook it straight up to the chef-o-matic. We're gonna run that all the way over to the chef-o-matic as well, and then we're gonna just drag some power from here down. I'm gonna hook that up, and then all these. Nice. Okay, and that should start giving us tomatoes and bay leaves. Nice. Yeah, it's sent along the pipe, and we have extra bay leaves. Cool. And this should be set to input. We're gonna get another pipe. And okay, and we need to select the pen arachniata. We have to do this and then get ourselves a little delivery cannon so we can lob it at him. I'm pretty sure this needs power, so let's... Eee. That looks like our first meal is making its way down the conveyor. So everything is working as it should. Now, I know from experience that this guy, once he eats 10 of these things, he's going to ask for 20 of these things. Unfortunately, I have been playing this for an hour and a half already, and it's going to be a git to edit as it is. So this is about halfway through the demo. I encourage you to actually play the game yourself. If you've watched this far and you are slightly interested, I think you'd like the game. But yeah, this is overall a super cute game. I am probably going to get it when it comes up. I don't know if this is actually going to be on any other platforms. I know Apico, the other game, eventually made its way to the Switch. But yeah, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't watched this far, I highly recommend you download the demo. I'll leave a link in the description to the Steam page. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, now he would like a word, and I'm hoping he says it was delicious. If he doesn't like it, I have plenty of imps to feed him instead. Okay, he's much better. I was basically wasting away. Definitely still feeling a bit peckish though. How about a spot of lunch? Okay, so now he wants the monster lasagna and he wants 20 portions a minute, which is quite frankly a cheek. Go on, Rahmsi, you can put up with your pen arachniata. Because that is it for me. I'm throwing in the chef's hat until the game actually comes out. Bye!